This episode of Spontaneanation is brought to you by Ratani. Buying an engagement ring? Check out Ratani. All of their rings are handcrafted in New York. Shop online and they'll ship overnight to you or to a Ratani jeweler close to you. You design a ring, they handcraft it, and you see it in store for free. Plus, they offer no hassle returns. It's that easy. And this month, they're giving away a diamond. Go to ritani.com/PFT today for the free diamond giveaway.
Yearning to breathe free. Why was this your first stop? How strange. Came over here, some boat, other dirty people around you. Chickens everywhere? What? That must have been the worst part for those immigrants who were like, ugh, I just want to get away from chickens being everywhere all the time. They get on the boat. Oh, you brought those chickens? I thought we understood each other. We don't want to be around chickens all the time. Somebody brings a goat. Whoa, that's not helping. Give me chickens any day. Makes sense though, goats, so versatile. You can get so much out of a goat, you guys. Milk. Hold on. Cheese. Goat meat. Goat eggs. Now, I don't know how goats reproduce. I've never seen a goat. I could draw you what I think one looks like, but I'm told by reliable sources, if you saw my drawing, you'd go insane. That reliable source is, of course, my 5th grade art teacher, now in a mental institution. I ran into her recently. She said, "Are you still drawing?" And I said, "What do you think of this? Does this look like a goat to you?" Her hair went chalk white. Now she's in the crazy house. I know that's not PC. What's that? Freak war. Okay. We don't do that here. That's not a thing we do here. We just watch the show. I mean, we enjoy it, certainly. But if part of your enjoyment is yelling out my old albums, then I'll book a different show where people do that. Right? You can't say I'm not fair. Thank you for that well-deserved applause. No, that show, I don't think we could fill this room with that show because we didn't tonight. So I think that might be more of a troubadour situation. What? The troubadour? Doug Weston's troubadour? There is it's a music venue here in Los Angeles, not far from here, called The Troubadour, but on the sign it says Doug Weston's Troubadour. I don't know who Doug Weston is, or if he's living or dead, or if he looked at my goat picture and is insane. But one of my favorite things to do to derail a conversation is when someone starts talking about the troubadour, I'll say, the troubadour, the troubadour, the troubadour. Where is that? You know, it's in West Hollywood. It's on the Troubadour. Oh, yeah. Oh. Do you mean Doug Weston's Troubadour? This is why all of my friends are drawings of a goat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful show. Thank you for being here. This is Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. Sure. Absolutely. No, you're right. I get it. This Did you think the double dip would be the thing that put it over the top? But also your sense of timing, impeccable. I'm gonna wait till everything's completely forgotten and bust this out. And it's gonna be, this time I think everyone's gonna be on my side. But knock that shit off. Ladies and gentlemen, on this show, I'm gonna bring a special guest out here. We're gonna have a free-form conversation inspired by a question from our previous episode's guest. And then me and some improviser pals, we're gonna make up some stories based on a location we get from our guest. Guys, it's that simple. It's simple, it's simple. Keep it simple, stupids. I take that advice. Look, somebody calls me stupid, I'm like, you got my attention. Now what orders would you like to give me? Before we bring out our special, and it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. Oh, feedback caused by trying to make everyone sure that they could see you. Trying to make everyone sure that they could see you? I think you know what I was trying to say somewhere in there. Oh, I got hit in the head with a brick before I came here. I should have mentioned that up top. I'm very dizzy. Before we bring in our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to my improviser pals. First, say hello to the hilarious Stephanie Courtney.
Hi.
Hello. Please.
Oh my gosh, thank
Have
you.
a seat there. Stephanie,
Thank you.
welcome. This is your first time performing live on SPONTANEANATION.
Live, yes.
How are you feeling?
So nervous.
Why are you nervous, do you think?
Oh God, just the electricity of a live audience.
But now you're a longtime veteran of live performance shows.
You got me. I'm guilty, yeah.
When did you start being an on-stage person?
Big ol' ham. I'd say first grade. I played Bumblebee in the spring show at our elementary school, and I remember my dad was like, you know you have to memorize these lines, and I was furious. And I still am.
Well, you got the role, and then
Yeah,
Dad pointed out.
I booked the part of the bee. We were all excited about that.
Sure.
Quit your jobs.
And then Dad said you have to memorize it. Why did he feel he needed to tell you this?
Because I think I read it and I was just like, next. And he was just like, oh, no, like this. And it was just seriously like 3 sentences on a strip of paper. That was our script. And he's like, no, you're not going on that stage, so you memorize this.
Did you have the only speaking role in the play?
No, there was No, and I certainly not the most feminine part. There were the spring fairies, April, May, and June. Those were like,
I think I get it.
coincidentally, the prettiest girls in the class.
Really?
Oh, there was a lot to work through, but then once the stage lights, the lights came on, and I didn't care about anything.
Do you remember any of your lines as the Bumblebee?
I think it was like, I am the bumblebee, and then a lot about like pollination, like I fly from flower to flower, and so much more important stuff's in my brain now. I have a child.
Of course, I understand.
But it was like talking about pollination, and then I like stage left it. Get out. Sit down, you're out. It's time for the May fairy.
Sit down, you're out.
Yeah, it was real short. It was like 3 lines. Enough!
And then you exit the play completely. You don't just hang out in the background
No,
doing
we
bee
stood
business.
in a real awkward semicircle. Every single character of Spring had one line, and then it's like, back to the back. Except those Spring fairies got a lot more stage time. They had petals for, I was furious.
Because you were in a dumb old bee costume.
I was in black tights and like the little
Sure.
antenna.
Dealy bobbers.
And this wasn't the day, this was like 77. And so this wasn't the time when like these costumes were available to buy. So it was just like my dad's yellow and black shirt and like some tights. You could see the underwear. It was just...
Now, your dad had that yellow and black shirt because he used to play the jazz clubs in Newcastle.
That's right.
And that's why they called him Sting. Stephanie, please take a seat back.
I will.
Stephanie Courtney. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Colleen Smith. Literally bounding out. Welcome.
Hello.
Colleen, this is your second live Spontaneanation.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel pumped.
Pumped.
Yeah, I wore better shoes too. The first one I had boots on and there was less mobility.
What kind of boots were they?
They were just like Fry brown like cowboy boots, but they came up mid-calf. You can't get as much, crouching.
You like to do a lot of crouching.
I'm a big croucher and lunger.
Now you're wearing sort of like fairy shoes.
Yeah.
Stephanie, are you cool with this?
It's hilarious to me to hear Stephanie talk about her being some sort of masculine or large child when I was taller than my third grade teacher. So
is that true?
Yes.
Wow, wait. How small was this teacher?
I mean, she probably was like 5 foot or something.
In third grade?
Yeah. So I had it way worse than Stephanie.
This is a great contest. Did you do plays in your childhood? What is wrong with the way I'm talking? Did you do plays in your childhood? In your childhood, did you do plays?
Sort of. I went to Catholic school, so we would do like weird at Christmas time. We would do weird reenactments.
Nativity play.
Yeah.
Reenactments.
And I was always the bossy verbal character. And then I did like a theater sort of summer school thing once, and I was the ugly stepsister. No, but it was fine. It was the comedy role. And then I did speech in high school. So. Yeah. Humorous interp.
Was that the guy that yelled out album titles? Great speech. I almost did speech in high school, but the speech season happened at the same time as the plays. We would do a fall play and a spring play, and for whatever reason, you could not do both. It was one or the other. Yeah. I remember Dr. Horn tried to steal me away from drama. He tried to, what is the term? Poach. He tried to poach me from the drama department to do speech. Wow. And it didn't work. My love for the theater was cemented at an early age.
I gotta tell you, you do well in speech and you get to travel.
I know.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere in drama.
Yeah.
Were you good at speech?
Yeah, I went to nationals in humorous interp. I took the state of Hawaii in impromptu, and I'm an improviser, so.
So it all worked out.
Yeah, I didn't know how to act with my lower body for a while, and now.
Because you'd be behind a lectern?
No, because the people who are listening to this won't get it. But for you guys, when you do it, like if you're doing 3 characters, you'll face left to be like the lady, the wife, and then you face right to be the husband who's talking to his wife, so that if you switch sides, they would be looking at each other. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then if you were like a middle character, you'd be this. But you'd be low and
you'd be crouched.
Yeah, so you'll be like, honey, I don't know what we're doing. Shut up, Delia. Mommy, Dad's up right. You do that. But you're not.
So you can't move around because.
You can't move around, and you're not supposed to act with your body because it's speech.
Are you kidding? Is that like a thing that they said?
I don't know.
Too much body. Do it again.
I know. I just know that I was instructed to stand in one place and pivot to convey characters.
Well, look, results speak for themselves. You went all state with that horrible sketch about domestic unrest.
Yeah.
Colleen, you can sit down. Colleen Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, please, making his live Spontaneanation debut, Gary Anthony Williams.
I am America's sweetheart. Lord help us all.
Gary, let's get right into it. Childhood plays. Childhood plays. Did you do it? Wait, what did you say?
I thought we were about to get to the racism.
Let's get to the racism. Just get it out of the way so we can all enjoy ourselves.
I did a childhood play called Little Negro. No, I didn't. No, I got into acting by a mistake, by a computer mistake in high school. For real. I signed up for one thing, and the computer put me in an acting class. So no, I didn't do any plays in high school.
What was the thing that you signed up for?
I signed up to, it was like a blow-off class. I was a very smart kid and still a 3.8 in college, grade point average. I don't know how many of you guys out there know numbers, but that's impressive. In high school, I was 4.0, but I was like, I need a blow-off class, so I'll learn how to do lighting or something like that. But then it put me in an acting class, and I got in there and I stayed. But unlike Colleen, I could only act from the waist down.
So
I did a lot of lower body, a lot of kick. Have you seen a cricket making music? I did a lot of that. With the lower leg. They call me LLA, a lower leg actor, for years. Years.
And then in high school you did plays.
Yeah, then I jumped right in with some Brecht, some William Shakespeare. Yeah.
What high school was doing Brecht?
This Fayette County High School. The lady, her name was Robin Bennett. Still the best director I have ever had. She taught me how to act one evening. And after that,
that is efficiency.
Yeah. And even now, you'll notice, we've never done a TV show together, but if you watch, I act very fast, and then they'll slow it down in post because I learn stuff very quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the fastest you've ever acted?
I don't know if you know who Tyler Perry is.
Sure.
He's like a king to black people. He did an entire Remember the 60s thing it took about 15 minutes. We got all the way through all of the 60s. Tyler, if you're out there, I'm lying about you right now.
And then you are in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and the new one that's coming out, yeah. I play, oh gosh. No, seriously, guys, for reals. It's fantastic, and that's not a lie. They don't have to pay me. I'm independently wealthy, so I don't have to say anything.
Right, that's true. Gary's an eccentric millionaire.
I'm loaded. Yeah, I'm loaded. In fact, under 3 of the seats in the audience tonight, I've hidden stashes of money.
Guys!
3 of them. I don't care. I don't give a crap. Yeah, so I play. I just don't. You don't. I play Bebop. He's I started out as a human, and then I train. Yeah.
Let them express their respect for Bebop first, and now continue your story.
Move on.
Yeah.
I started out as a human, then I morph into this warthog. And by the way, no costumes. No costumes.
You just affect this with your facial expressions.
I do a lot of grunting.
Obviously, a lot of lower body acting.
Yep, a lot of lower body, a lot of LBA, lower body acting. And it plays because someone once said to me, if they're looking at your face, they're looking in the wrong place. Because they should all be down here, chin area.
It's true. That is a classic acting maxim.
Yep. Yeah.
Do the turtles wear masks in this one?
What you mean on their eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're ninjas. You don't go out as a ninja without a mask.
See, this is the thing I've always wondered.
Oh, don't you dare.
Are there people that see these giant mutated turtles
Right.
without the masks
Right.
and never suspect?
They have no idea. They have no idea. Well, I don't want to...
Oh, I thought you were some other giant mutated turtle. My apologies.
I don't want to give away, but you're about to see something a little bit different in this one involving the mask. A little bit different.
What a teaser!
Yeah.
When does the movie come out, Ken?
June 2nd, year of our Lord this year.
Guys, the movie's in theaters now. You gotta go see it. Gary Anthony Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a break. When we return, we will meet our special guest and talk to him. All of this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns!
Blue Apron. Hey guys, that was a song parody. But I'm serious when I talk about Blue Apron. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. That means people like me who don't cook. It's not that I can't. Well, I can't because I never would. But now I can. Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients and building a community of home chefs. That could include you and me. Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S., and as a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch, like I asked them to do. Beef is raised more humanely. Chickens are free range. Pork is raised naturally. Regenerative farming practices are used for produce and as tongue twisters. Also, Blue Apron can be delivered to 99% of the continental United States and 99.5% of food deserts. That's places where they ain't got food. Get it? Because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, they are reducing food waste. This is all good news. You get it? Cooking together builds strong family bonds, and research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. That's a nice thing. And let's say you don't have a family, you're a single person, or it's just you and your other person like me. If you spend a lot of time eating out at or going to high-end grocery chains, you can now spend under $10 per person for a healthy, delicious meal. This is all good. Guys, do you get it? What's the food like? Let me tell you. How about spicy Korean rice cakes with snow peas and pea shoots? 2 kinds of pea. How about sweet chili ponzu catfish, like my favorite song, sweet chili ponzu catfish and green bean coconut ginger rice. New England style salmon rolls with a roasted potato and chives. Now listen, not all ingredients are created equal, okay? Fresh, high quality ingredients taste better and they're better for you. It is important to know where your food comes from. So Blue Apron, we signed up for it. They sent us the stuff. We made a meal. It was delicious. My wife loves to cook, and she was delighted by how everything's right there. And it's even if you like to cook, the fun of cooking is still part of it because you are making the food yourself. It was fun. It was fun. Even I got in on the fun. And next time I'm going to make the thing by myself. Blue Apron knows that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you make incredible meals, so they set the highest quality standards for their community of artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, fisheries, and ranchers. Whether it's Japanese ramen noodles, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, or heirloom tomatoes, Blue Apron is bringing you the best. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Okay? New recipes featured each week by the Blue Apron culinary team, not repeated within a year. That's variety. You can customize your recipes every week based on your preferences. This is flexibility. Choose delivery options to fit your needs. There's no weekly commitment. You only get deliveries when you want them. And each meal comes with a step-by-step, easy-to-follow recipe card and pre-portioned ingredients and can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. You make a night of it. It's fun. Here's your call to action. Check out this week's menu and get your 2 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/Paul. All those words are spelled the way you think they are, except slash is just the symbol slash, not the word. blueapron.com/Paul. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait! That's blueapron.com/Paul. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. This week's episode of Spontaneanation is brought to you by Loot Crate. Oh, great, a crate of loots? I can finally do that Sting cover orchestra. No. It's spelled differently. L-O-O-T. Like loot, like stuff you get. You know what I mean? It used to be loot was what a term that criminals used. Like, let's divide the loot. They just robbed a bank. And it's appropriate here. You're a legal criminal because you're getting these things for such a bargain. It's a steal. What is it? It's a monthly subscription box service for epic geek and gamer items and pop culture gear for less than $20 a month. This is where the loot part comes in. You get 4 to 8 items that include licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique, one-of-a-kind items, both unique and one-of-a-kind. Paul, I like things that are unique, but I also need them to be one-of-a-kind. We got you covered. Make sure to head to lootcrate.com/PFT and enter code PFT to save $3 on any new subscription. So, less than $20 a month, take $3 off of that. We're talking maximum less than $16 a month, I think. I don't know if my math checks out. Loot Crate is more than just a subscription service. It is an entire community of fans that share their experience and interact with each other around the unboxing of each month's crate. So if you collect stuff, you know, you like to brag about it, you like to be jealous of other people, this is where this all dovetails perfectly. You can collect things and you can go online and say, I got this thing. And then other people will be like, I want that thing. And you'll be like, too bad. That's what I think you're like. And Loot Crate guarantees $40 plus in value in every crate. Sometimes, honestly, don't tell anyone you heard this from me. Sometimes that's a lot more. Every month, there is a different theme, and all items are curated around that theme. Previous crates have included items from franchises like Star Wars. Sound familiar? Marvel. I think I've heard of that. The Walking Dead. The Legend of Zelda. Sure. And many more. Pop culture is full of brave new worlds and societies in flux that don't always turn out for the best. June's theme will be exploring some of the ways things can go wrong with dystopia. Now, that's more than just like your kid hits you in the groin with a wiffle bat. This is not America's Funniest Home Videos things have gone wrong. Dystopia features classics like RoboCop, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, The Matrix, new faves, BioShock Infinite, my favorite thing in the world, and Fallout 4. We've got a figure, cool collectibles, and of course, our dystoporific monthly tea. Now, they're taking a dystopia and they're making the best of it. That's what I like about Loot Crate. Glass half full. Remember, you only have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, that is, to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that's it. It's over. So go to lootcrate.com/PFT and enter code PFT to save $3 on your new subscription today. Loot Crate, Loot Crate. It's great. Your great Loot Crate.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation. Let me ask you a question, guys. Has a podcast ad ever won a Nobel Peace Prize? So I think that one's going to bring people together. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spontaneanation. Our guest this time out is an old friend of mine, a fantastic singer, songwriter, and sometime actor. And he is my old buddy from right here at Largo at the Coronet, and Largo when it was just Largo and not at the Coronet. Please welcome the fantastic Grant-Lee Phillips.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Come on.
Please, Grant, have a seat. Hello. Grant, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you for doing some lower body acting as a tribute to Gary Anthony Williams. Look at your crazy cricket legs. You're just going a mile a minute.
Right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I feel like it could be angled a little more towards your mouth part.
Oh, that's so much better. So much
You
better.
don't even know.
I like wearing a face mic.
A face
Yeah,
mic.
it's a face mic. It's very Garth Brooks, isn't it?
Now, see, I think this is an interesting generational signifier, how people refer to, as you call them, face mics.
Face mic.
I grew up thinking of these as a Janet Jackson microphone.
Ah, yeah.
Some people call them a Britney Spears microphone.
Maybe a Peter Gabriel microphone at one point, right?
I mean, that guy has so much crazy shit going on. Who even knew if he had a microphone on his head?
You need a microphone when you're being carried by the crowd out to the final row.
Did he invent that?
I think he did, yeah. It's the first one I can think of, right? Am I right?
Who perfected it, though?
Henry Rollins? Maybe?
That's right. You have passed my test. Grant, I have a question for you.
Yes, Paul.
Submitted by our previous episodes. Please, I beg of you to keep the face mic on your face.
You know what? It feels better. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way, does it? Oh, sorry. Sorry, radio listeners. You're not enjoying all of this, are you?
Grant, are you curious as to who asked you this question?
What?
Are you?
Am I curious?
Are you curious as to the identity of the person who has asked you this question?
It's you. You're asking me a question.
No, hold on.
I can see it. I can see you asking me a question.
I see. I think I understand the confusion. I have asked someone to write down a question.
Oh, right. Okay.
That I am going to verbally ask you, but I did not think up this question.
Oh, right. Okay. I got you. Yeah.
Are you curious as to the identity of the person who did think up this question?
I am not. I care not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This person asks you, what existing superhero do you relate to?
First thing to my head, the Gill Man. Sometimes known as the creature from the Black Lagoon. Lagoon. Not legume. Legume is a bean.
No, a legume is something else.
Yeah.
True. There's lots to unpack
First
here.
impression.
First, when you said the Gill Man, I of course thought of Kevin Costner's character in Waterworld. Who I think was referred to as Gill Man.
Really?
Is that correct? Was he called Gill Man sometimes? Sure. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Sure. But then also, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
I don't know that I think of him as a superhero.
You got a point. But you're not, if you look at it from the viewpoint of like, if maybe you're a plankton, maybe you're undersea creature, that he might be doing some good. You know?
Well,
when you look at it from the standpoint of maybe one Al Gore, maybe it begins to make a lot more sense. How we've destroyed this planet, and maybe the Gill Man was trying to kind of nip it in the bud.
Was he though?
I don't know.
Was there any part of his story
I don't know, maybe
that
it was
about
just a sort of-
protecting the ocean?
You know what? Maybe he kind of had the thing for that girl in the bikini. He's just sort of a randy seahorse, wasn't he?
Grant, hold on a second. You know there is an actual superhero whose whole thing is protecting the ocean.
Right, Patrick Duffy, the Aquaman.
Aquaman, of course, you say Patrick Duffy, that is a
what I
reference to a TV show from our youth, The Man from Atlantis, which starred Patrick Duffy as this Seaman, Aquaman ripoff.
Right.
And I remember he swam.
He had a great humpy style of swimming,
Yes,
didn't he?
he would have his arms down at his sides, and he would just sort of like
thrust his pelvis.
Yeah.
What kind of ruddership would that create? What kind of torque? I don't buy it.
We'll never solve the physics of the Man from Atlantis tonight.
We will not.
But why was your first thought the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Just my favorite. I like that outfit. I like that suit.
Outfit?
Yeah.
Are we doing?
You don't like it?
Are we talking about? I'm worried we're not talking about the same thing.
Okay, let's try it again. Creature?
Right?
Setting? Black Lagoon.
Right. And so it's you're talking about the costume of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
Okay. You don't think that he is wearing clothes?
No, No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'm just trying. I just wanted to make sure.
No. And that face. Oh, man. You know, that face reminded me of one Fred Thompson trying to sell you some of that. Some
Reverse
of that
mortgages or whatever.
Yeah. Bless his heart. Bless his soul. Rest his soul. God rest his soul.
He is no longer with us. That's
He
correct.
is no longer with us. Neither is the Gill Man, by the way. They did him in.
They did.
As they do all Aqua heroes. In the end.
What other Aqua heroes have been done in it? You're making some bold claims on this stage. And I'm really going to hold your feet to the fire on these.
Jacques Cousteau, creator of the Aqua Lung.
They eventually got him, that's right. It was a dish best served cold. Yeah. They're like, we'll bide our time, Cousteau. Everyone will assume you died of old age. When you were a kid, did you watch those old Universal horror movies? Were they a big thing for you?
I loved them. Oh, yeah, all the Universal ones.
Because you were a very theatrical kid.
I was a theatrical kid.
You liked to make costumes and disguises and stuff like that.
I made monster disguises. I made my own glam boots. You know, this is around the time that Kiss was happening, and we didn't have boots like that out. You know, where I grew up out in the country. So I found some wood and some nails, and I created my own platform shoes. And I figured I'm gonna go walk around on these things out on the lawn now. Wow, these nails, they came right up into my feet.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Right up into my feet.
How old a child were you when you did this?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Maybe 10, 11, something like that, you know?
It seemed like a foolproof plan.
Right.
Yes.
I know, but I had that glam rock stigmata right there in my shoes.
Did you ever see Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park?
No, I did not.
You've never seen that?
No.
You seem like a guy who would have seen that, and you would know a chapter and verse.
No, I don't know that. I was more Alice Cooper, actually, Paul. Yeah.
Is it because of those nails? Did that drive you off of Kiss?
Well, the thing is, Vincent Price was in a movie called The House on Haunted Hill, which you'll remember. That was my Vincent Price, by the way. Just pulled it like that.
That's pretty good.
And the house on Haunted Hill had, he welcomes all these folks who have to spend the night in this creepy old haunted house. Mm-hmm. And he's going to lock all the doors from the inside. Then he gives everybody, before they go to bed, a little parting gift. Everybody gets a pistol. Everybody. And then he says, my wife's idea of a joke. Yeah. Vincent Price later turns up on a song by Alice Cooper called The Black Widow. Isn't she lovely and so deadly? He says. And then Alice Cooper just goes into this big full-on, you know, Alice Cooper song.
Vincent Price appeared on a few songs. He was, of course...
Did he appear in other songs?
Thriller, of course.
You know, you're right.
From every tomb are closing in to seal your doom.
Ooh, maybe, I'm thinking maybe Bob Seger's Night Moves?
Yes. Working on those.
Walk last night.
Front page driving news.
Walk last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sit and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Funny how the night moves.
Did you like being scared when you were a kid? Did you like horror movies?
I loved horror movies. Yeah, totally.
What was it about them that attracted you, do you think?
I don't know. I think they're very psychological, I guess. Mm-hmm. That's what I liked about them. And I liked the music. You know, I liked all the, Eban would know, all of those scary chords, you know. Discord. I love Discord. And that chord, too. Was that joke visual enough for radio?
What's that?
Was it visually impactful for radio? Never mind.
What are you saying to me? Are you worried you're being too visual for the listener?
Yes, I want to be visual. I want to provide visuals for the listener, the listening audience.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Yes.
Was that kind of stuff big when you were a kid? Radio? Did you see that stuff?
Inner Sanctum. You guys remember that one? Oh, I love that stuff.
My mom used to listen to those old, she got like tapes of those old radio shows from when she was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, Inner Sanctum, Gangbusters, which was about these crime dudes. They were against it.
They were against crime?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
War of the Worlds, of course.
Which I've never heard. I've never heard an audio recording of that, no.
It's not real.
I was afraid
people
that
thought it was real.
I was afraid I'd be suckered in, even though I know
Yeah, you don't
that
want to
it
be
did not actually happen.
snookered in.
I was like, maybe this thing is that good.
Yeah.
I'll listen to go out and shoot water towers. But you've heard the Orson Welles War of the Worlds.
I have, yeah.
And it's very effective.
It is very effective and crackly, and it's a great old thing to listen to, on Halloween. I think it aired on Halloween, if I'm right.
I believe you're right. But you are a musician by trade.
By trade.
But did the theatrical stuff come before the music?
I suppose so. When I was about 10 years old, I became a child magician. I was fascinated with Houdini and being an escape artist. There was a Tony Curtis movie about Houdini.
That's right.
And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to be Tony Curtis or Houdini. And so I began to develop my act, and I began to play local moose lodges and things like this. And that was my introduction to the stage.
What was your stage name?
Really? The Great Grant.
The Great Grant?
The Great Grant, yes. Yeah, alliteration. Yeah.
Of course. Look, no one's arguing that it's a great name.
Okay, thank you. And I had doves, Paul. I had doves. I had magical doves. My mother would drive me, drop me off at these places, and it helped me build a magical table that was made out of a diaper changing table with a beach towel and glitter and Elmer's with the Great Grant on it, big lightning bolt, and I would come out and I would do my magic act with my cousin Janice. And
Janice was the assistant?
Janice, my lovely assistant Janice.
Sure.
Also my cousin. Yeah. Yeah.
The country.
Yeah.
And and how old were you when you were doing this?
10 or 11. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
There's like adults who are the audience at the Moose Lodge for this child magician.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And they loved it, right?
I assume so. Yeah.
You don't have to be modest.
I think they liked it. I think they bought it. I think they took pity. I don't know.
They took
And that kept me off the streets well into when I went into high school. I began working at a dinner theater where I was able to do a revival melodrama vaudeville, and that was a chance to begin playing some banjo and some guitar and hoofing it and all that stuff on stage.
Well, obviously I know, but for the audience, what is melodrama vaudeville?
What is melodrama vaudeville? There's Vincent, back me up here. What is it? Melodrama is a very old style of theater, the endless battle between good and evil taking place on stage, men in white, men in black, damsels in distress, that
banjos.
Kind of thing. Banjos, handlebar mustaches. It's very hipster, actually, when you think about it.
Fixed gear bikes.
Yeah, monocles.
Sure.
All the stuff we love.
Yeah.
All the stuff we love.
What was your hardest illusion to master?
The hardest illusion?
What was the one that gave you the most trouble to perfect?
I suppose it might have been the Chinese water torture. I never quite came back. No, I don't know. I never.
It's all just easy.
I think at some point I realized this. This is kind of for the birds. This here magic stuff, and I'm enjoying playing the guitar, and the guitar was real magic. That was like discovering to make your own medicine somehow. That's like a Dr. Jekyll thing to bring it back around. He learned how to make his own medicine. That's what happens with musicians. They learn how to make their own medicine.
But then, do you become a Mr. Hyde when you play your guitar?
That's true.
So it is.
Yeah.
It is true.
That is true. Yeah.
Well, that's not good, right?
Not good. Oh, no. You're right. Yeah.
Like true. Nobody ever said, "Oh, thank God, Mr. Hyde is here." We hated that Dr. Jekyll.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's true. I like that story, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
It's a pretty good story.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good one. Yeah. But I think we would both agree. We like the Wolfmen, but we like the vampires, and we like the Frankensteins, and all of them, right?
Did you watch those Hammer horror movies with all the red blood?
No, not as much. I mean, I liked Christopher Lee and all that kind of stuff, but I like the black and white stuff. You did
not like the color horror movies?
I didn't like it in color. No, I don't know why that is.
My younger brother, does not watch black and white movies. And he has a strange stance on it, which was, why would you?
Right. I know people like that.
Like they have color movies. He doesn't understand why someone would want to watch a black and white movie.
Right. Kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I know people that won't watch movies that take place in space. Nothing that goes on in space, I don't want to know about it. You know?
I knew a guy who said he did not like to watch. He's a big. I don't know if it's because he was a big Frank Sinatra fan, but he didn't like any movie that was set at a time when Frank Sinatra was not alive.
Oh.
So any movie that took place before Frank Sinatra was born, he didn't want any part of it.
He had PFS syndrome. That's what that is. It's terrible. Nothing pre-Frank Sinatra.
Nothing pre-Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
Including, presumably, the few movies that Frank Sinatra made that were period pieces.
Really?
That he would be in.
Really?
And I guess that guy could not watch those movies. And it must have been a real torture for him.
I can't get used to this thing in my ear. Are you used to it? Does it feel right?
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I'm not used to it. I guess what it is, I usually have a microphone with a lot of scarves dangling from it.
That's true.
And I would have to have tiny little scarves dangling from this face mic.
Well, I tell you what, we'll take a break. We'll see if we can get you those tiny scarves.
Okay.
Grant-Lee Phillips, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Paul.
We are going to take a break. During that break, we will procure our location from Grant-Lee Phillips, and when we come back, we will do our improv. More when Spontaneanation returns.
Have you ever been over a friend's house to sleep and the mattress just ain't no good? I mean, it's too expensive. It's lumpy. You don't like it. You don't sleep good and you have bad dreams. Hi, this is Cal Solomon, founding member of the Sugar Hill Gang, the seminal rap group from the 70s and 80s. And I'd like to talk to you about Casper mattresses. I know a lot about mattresses. I learned the hard way that a good mattress doesn't have to cost $1 million. And you can have a nice sleep cycle with a good mattress, and it won't break your bank at the pocketbook. Casper is a sleep brand that created one perfect mattress sold directly to consumers. Consumers, that's you and me. We consume things. It eliminates commission-driven inflated prices. You know how these guys in the mattress store, they're trying to talk you into a mattress that you don't maybe want because you don't have time to test it out properly. And they're like, come on, because it's Glengarry Glen Ross in there. So what they've done is Casper has an award-winning sleep surface that was developed in-house, has a sleek design, and is delivered in a small. How did they do that size box? That's in quotes. How did they do that? Like, that's what you're going to ask when you see the box. How did they do that? In addition to the mattress, Casper also offers an adaptive pillow and soft, breathable sheets. Oh, boy, I wish Casper had been around. When I was a founding member of the Sugar Hill Gang, of course, I was kicked out before we ever recorded our first single or did any public performance. One of the things was I demanded a special mattress. We talked about going on tour, and we all had big dreams. And I said, well, I'm going to have a special mattress, guys. It's got to be super comfortable, and it's got to be very expensive. I thought that's what you had to buy an expensive mattress in order for it to be comfortable. I didn't know. I was kind of full of myself back then. I see now why the guys kicked me out. Anyway, an in-house team of Casper engineers spent thousands of hours developing the Casper. It combines springy latex and supportive memory foams for a sleep surface that's got just the right sink and just the right bounce. Being supportive is very important. Like, those guys could have been more supportive of me and my dreams of the mattress, but I could have been more supportive of them and looked for the good of the whole of the group and not just myself as an individual. So again, although I was upset they kicked me out, I see it. I get it, guys. You did the right thing. Plus, Casper's breathable design sleeps cool to help you regulate your temperature through the night. This is very important. You don't want to wake up in a cold sweat thinking, what did I do? I destroyed my one chance at fame. Mattresses can often cost well over $1,500. Don't I know it? I asked for a $1,600 mattress. But Casper mattresses cost $500 for a twin-size mattress, $600 for a twin XL, $750 for a full, $850 for a queen, and $950 for a king. Now, king is the biggest mattress, and yet it still costs lower than your standard $1,500 mattress. This is pretty amazing, Casper. Buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free. Casper offers free delivery and free returns with a 100-night home trial. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. Like those guys didn't love me in the band, so they picked me up and tossed me out of it. I get it. Casper understands the importance of truly sleeping on a mattress before you commit, especially considering you're going to spend a third of your life on it. You spend a third of your life in bed, and you can spend half of your life with regret if you're not careful. The Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price. Like obsessive guys and gals worked on this mattress. These people, all they cared about was making this mattress. I hope that their home life did not suffer. But they've made this mattress at a shockingly fair price, and it combines springy latex and supportive memory foams to create an award-winning sleep surface. They won awards, you guys. Time magazine named the Casper mattress one of the best inventions of 2015. That's just last year. It's still a good invention, though. They don't take it away from you. In fact, it is now the most awarded mattress of the decade. You don't even know about these mattress award shows. They are cutthroat. Casper gives you free shipping and returns to U.S. and Canada. That's right, Canada. Try Casper for 100 nights risk-free in your own home. If you don't, they don't make you go to a special sleep place to sleep on it. You try it at home. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. And they are made in America. Isn't that nice? Just like rap music was made in America. People try to tell you that, it started other places, like it started in Denmark or something, because they think that Blondie's from there because she's blonde. But no. It was made in America. And Blondie is not. By the way, Blondie is the name of the group, not the singer. Did you know that? Trivia. Get $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting www.casper.com/PFT and use offer code PFT. Okay? Terms and conditions apply. Life has rules, and you got to abide by them, or you find yourself on the outside looking in.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, during the break, some fun stuff happened that the listener will not ever know. That's right. That's right, goddammit. I hate those people. What is that? I can't even begin to fathom your motivations. During the break, we procured our improv location from Grant-Lee Phillips. I wanted to do it reality show style. Like always the useless host of the reality show. Let me sum up what happened, and then I'll be gone and you'll forget that I ever existed. During the break, we did get our location from Grant-Lee Phillips, and that location is... Hold on a second. Before I reveal that location. We use sound effects to aid us in our storytelling. Sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we're in a scene and we want to take you to something that's happening at the exact same time somewhere else. A meanwhile, if you will. You will hear this, Evan. I mean, that's insulting. That music is insulting. It's demeaning to me and to the listener. So things happening at the same time. You'll hear this cut to sound effect. Whoosh, we're over there now. Let's say we're going to travel backwards in time. Someone is having a memory, or we're learning how something came to be. We will, bless you. We will hear this flashback sound effect. It is a classic harp glissando, meaning that time is slowing down to the point where we're actually going backwards in time. That's what harps do and why all harpists are insane. Let's say we want to return from the flashback to the present day or go into the mysterious future. You will hear this flash forward sound effect. The ominous sound of the vibes. The instrument that killed Lionel Hampton in his 90s. It was a real Jacques Cousteau job. Any of our performers can touch these buttons at any time, moving us around in time. Now that you know all of that, we can finally reveal our location given to us by Grant-Lee Phillips, and that location is... Knott's Scary Farm. Knott's Scary Farm. Knott's Scary Farm.
Baby, get Cherise out of the car. It's time for us to go and enjoy the beautiful pleasures of Knott's Scary Farm.
I'm so thrilled that we took the right highways and that we got here in one piece.
I'm equally thrilled, but I'd be more thrilled if we get our daughter out of the car so she can enjoy the beautiful pleasures of Knott's Scary Farm.
She had...
I'm not getting out of the car.
See, you
never getting out of the car.
You gave her sugar. I am terrified to open this door.
Darling, then let me talk to her father to daughter.
Well, let me get out of the way, third wheel that I am.
Step aside, step aside. Cherise, this is your father.
I know who it is. I'm not an idiot. There's a window. I can see you.
Well, I understand that, but what you didn't know is this is your father allegedly. Your mother and I brought you to Knott's Scary Farm to have a conversation.
If we can get through this conversation and come to an understanding, then I'll buy you one of those Peanuts characters that they sell.
Well, I would suggest, as your therapist,
Yes.
take her to someplace fun.
Someplace fun.
Oh,
You
I
mean
like that.
like a pencil factory?
It's a pretty good suggestion.
The seasonal aisle at Rite Aid?
She loves seasons.
And we're not millionaires.
Look, these are all great. You're obviously...
I'm sorry, I don't want to complain, but I was just walking through the seasonal aisle, and I noticed that you had fall leaves, garlands, but not fall leaf wreaths.
Oh, right. You looking for the garlands or the wreaths? I forgot what you said. Excuse me, it's time for my break. Perhaps my manager can help you out.
Hi. Hey, that's Leonard. How would you say he did on a scale of 1 to 10, making you feel at ease?
I'm going to say a 0, A, because he's black, and B, because he didn't help me.
These are all great suggestions, and you're obviously terrific parents, whether in fact you are or not, but I read this article recently in one of my scientific journals.
Oh, science,
She won't even use an Alka-Seltzer because she thinks the bubbles are evil.
They are. Each one is a soul that was...
Now, you listen, no, you shouldn't be smoking yet.
Ha-ha.
You're still a little kid, and one day you'll grow up and marry a man and maybe have a kid with him.
What a beautiful dream. Any last pieces of advice?
Yes. Medicine and science are evil. Alka-Seltzer bubbles, those are sold to people. And Pepto-Bismol, you know how your poop is black when it comes out? That's the devil.
I'm so glad that I learned everything from you. Hey.
What is y'all doing talking? Scripture says no woman shall talk to another woman without the presence of a man.
Those tests are inconclusive. We don't yet know if Alka-Seltzer bubbles are evil. But here's what I read in my scientific journal. Knott's Berry Farm, around Halloween time...
Which it happens to be. Go ahead.
Wait, we saw a play called Brigadoon where it just up and disappears and comes back every 100 years. Is Knott's Berry Farm like that?
No. Not all rural areas disappear every once in a while.
Gotcha.
This is a permanent place, but every Halloween time they do things differently where they have ghosts and ghouls and goblins.
We like things done differently. Sometimes I'll eat my soup without a spoon.
He'll do it. And I'll invite the neighbors over and we'll pretend it's TV.
Really?
Come on, do it. Do it.
Are you enjoying this television program?
It's pretty good.
Brought to you by Campbell's.
I don't get it.
So I would suggest take the child to Knott's Scary Farm.
Not scary farm.
Yes. And then tell her there that you're not her natural father.
All right, we'll get it. So you're not my natural father? Then who is my dad?
Just step out of the car and perhaps we can explain better.
You want part 2? You get out of the car.
Fine. I'm doing it because I run out of air in here and not because you guys want me to.
Well, I guess you're the big winner. Get out.
Okay, I'm out of the car.
Before I discuss with you who your father is, let's walk through the scary field of mystery and horror.
My goodness, so much smoke.
Boo!
Oh, God!
Ooh, look at that fancy costume like the creature from the Black Lagoon War.
What a hero.
I'm actually supposed to be Kevin Costner from Waterworld.
Can we stop talking about boring old movies that old people watch that are shot in black and white and I don't understand the point?
I'm sorry. Anyway, Constance, that's why I invited you here to my summer cottage. What's the point of doing this? No one's going to watch our movies in the future anyway.
I think you're right, darling. I think you're right. I think we belong to history now. And no one will ever look upon us again.
Daughter, all I ask is this last day with us together as an official family.
Wait a minute, you're breaking up too?
I said official family.
We will still have soup night.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
People are lined up behind you, so...
To get
Sorry.
scared
Mom?
I heard you talk and I hushed up.
I'm sorry, not scary farm employee. Are we tiring you out? Did your communications degree land you here?
Look, I'm not happy about being here. I was supposed to be a successful escape artist by now.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has been in this tank of water with exactly 2 minutes left of air for 24 solid hours now. Will he escape? Is it possible? Is it happening today?
I'm sorry, but the audience, we all have to go home. We all have plans.
All right, good. Well, have a safe drive. Safe drive. Well, Timothy.
Can you lift the lid so I can talk to you?
I wish I could, but my hands are numb. I had a Novocaine accident at the dentist earlier.
All right, so it's just a simple procedure. Open up your mouth.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what? It would help if you stopped miming boxing near your mouth.
I can't help it. You know, my father got hit in the mouth when he was a teenager, and he could only speak in syllables. It sounds weird.
No, you know what? It makes sense to me.
Now, I don't know if there's no easy way to tell you this, but you have a rare disorder now, and when you speak, unlike most people, your words will come out in syllables.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Read the Declaration of Independence for me. Do it.
Glut, frock. Flick, flock.
You are a teacher at Toastmasters. You have to be able to speak in more than just a syllable.
Syllable, clock, front, click.
Well, we're all very happy you're here, and to kick things off, we have Reginald, who's going to give us the ceremonial toast. Please, Reginald, go right ahead.
Sklat, frabben, klubit. Oscar, flip, argening, and snork, flaffenurk.
Hi, oh my God, I'm so nervous I'm next to you in person. Your speech, when you said that syllable, I was like...
Scrabble.
Oh, God. Oh my God, it's so crazy, you could just do it.
Legally.
Excuse me. Can I get some help here? I've never been to a Ross in person. That was a ruse.
Okay.
You flirted with my husband the other night after his Toastmakers speech.
You know what? I knew this day would come. I didn't know when it would come because I flirted with a lot of married men. In fact, that's the only kind of man I flirt with.
Oh, I bet. I just bet.
Yeah, you do bet. Go to Vegas and bet on it.
I have a gambling problem. I
don't care about your problem.
Crobbly!
You have to decide here in the Ross designer section of Ross.
Yes.
Scrabbly con.
Just like
We did this.
we certainly did. I blame myself.
Okay, so just remember, don't touch the ghouls. The ghouls can't touch you. Okay, you can't touch me.
She's touching your shoulder. And you're doing nothing about it.
Every time
Of
you
cour-
tell me not to touch you, I want to touch you.
Are you guys her parents?
We are.
We are.
Well, allegedly.
I am.
Could you tell her not to touch me because I can't?
Why would I do that? It's hilarious.
It's so funny because he can't do anything about it.
I know.
Because I'm a kid. Look, I can touch his chest and his stomach and his head, and I can just poke him in the nose over and over.
There's gonna be times when you're tested on your job, I'm not gonna lie to you.
But it's like they're not allowed to touch us, right?
They're not allowed to, but that means absolutely nothing here at Not Scary Farm.
What do you mean? Like,
It's like telling a kid you're not allowed to drive the car, and the kid gets in the car and drives off. It's already happened.
well, I mean, can I appeal to the parents at least?
You can appeal to the parents, but chances are at Not Scary, this is one of those kind of places where parents come to break up with their children.
We at Knott's Berry Farm has heard your complaints. Now you get to touch all the actors as much as you want.
Yeah, reach out and touch him. It's our new logo, and it's 50% off all homemade jams.
Special lounge for people that are going to break up with their kids or parents. Knott's Berry Farm.
Look, I'm sorry if my daughter offended you earlier. I sent her to the restroom to wash her mouth out with something.
Hey, guess what I did and didn't wash my hands?
God, wish they had made us take that oath.
Sir, if you could just let our family pass. We just want to go through the scary maze, slide down the hill of wonder, and then go through the marsh of destruction.
At the marsh of destruction, we have to tell my daughter who fathered her above me.
Do you have parents who are constantly trying to say the sentence at the same time, but it's always unsuccessful?
Yeah!
You. Son, we are fun.
Why can't? What if?
1, 2, 3.
Son, we are free.
If just one of you would talk. You don't have to do it at the same time.
Son,
Oh, you're doing it again. You're doing it again.
we are family.
Okay. Thank you all for coming and bringing your spouses. I guess you forgot yours. Now, this class isn't a class. It's a workshop.
Oh, cool.
It's a journey. How do we get closer with our partner? Bring them. But also, if we can become of one mind, if we can speak at the same time.
I really didn't know you were supposed to bring your spouse to this. I thought it was like a thing I could learn myself.
Dennis, I'm at the mall and I'm lost and I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are. You said something about a seminar.
Ma'am, you got to move. You're standing in the kitchen.
Danger, danger.
Whoa, what?
Where's my husband? Where's my husband?
You were saying about the same time speaking.
Yes, I want you guys to speak at the same time. Do you need to take that phone call, sir?
No, I'll let it go to voicemail. Is there, can I get a refund?
No.
What? I really can't
I've
get a
already spent it. I had a lot of parking.
Sir, my wife and I have been married for several years now. We have more love to go around than just between the two of us.
Take a hand. Let's all talk together at the same time.
All right,
Okay.
let's try it. Let's just tell me about your day.
Well, it was a pretty good day.
So you've been saying you've been having a hard time making your sentences work, and I think the problem is you don't have that other guy.
No. That's
I really thought we'd nail that.
I really did too.
You know what? I think you need to find him and find your connection again.
I know his wife goes to the mall.
That's a good place to start. Go to the mall. Go to any mall.
I don't know how to thank you, but I got a feeling we should pay you.
Yes, please.
We didn't think you'd really take us up on that offer.
No, we just thought you
We thought you kind of connected with us.
Either way, thank you. We'll head right to the mall.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Why aren't you leaving?
Oh, okay.
My back foot is really trying.
This is very awkward. Yeah, my parents do that too. They're real morons. Anyway. So, we have to go through this thing so he can tell me something he's already told me.
Look, I don't care. You guys, they don't pay me to care about the intricacies of your family drama, all right? I'm just here to tell you.
Dear Stony Point Elementary School, what I did over Halloween, it was pretty tough. I went to Knott's Berry Farm, and when I said, ooh, this place is scary, I heard an employee say, well, I don't care. So I quit. I quit school, and this is my last day. I hate everything.
Hey, little girl, you can't be in the janitor's closet.
Can I live here?
I just told you can't be in here. That's a weird counteroffer.
If I lived here... If I lived here, technically it would be mine, and then I could turn the tables on you.
Well, you got me there.
Okay.
Deal.
See you at dinner.
All right, so here's the entrance.
Okay.
You walk through.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. It's an entrance. You walk through it. Jesus.
You are very funny. You are very funny.
You really are. One thing I have forgotten to tell you over the years, your humor, it makes me laugh.
Really?
I have to ask you this. Does anyone have a problem with flashing lights? Because there's, at one point, there's just like a fucking ton of flashing lights.
I need you guys to hang up these lights up here. All of them. No, you're just hanging up a few. I need you to hang a literal fucking ton of flashing lights up there.
That's a lot of lights.
A literal fucking ton.
I do have severe epilepsy. Will that be a problem?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're probably good. I think you're probably good to go through it.
All right. Well, this will go well.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for being patient with my
Enjoy,
family.
you fucking asshole.
Thank you, sir, for being patient with my family.
Absolutely. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I did have fun. I feel like I've almost relived this moment before.
Your father's in a wormhole in time. I have a chance to speak to him alone. I want to tell you, before the lights flash and we all know what you go through, I want to tell you something very important. I went to Splash, the hotel/massage place on Beverly Boulevard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When, around about the time that you were conceived. It was a dark and sweaty time. I had ordered a room for one.
Like the year was dark and sweaty, the day,
The place, to be frank.
Okay.
It was very moist, and I was heading to my room in nothing but a towel, and I tripped on two gentlemen from Sweden. I don't know what happened. I don't really have a lot of history to judge what happened sexually.
Did you just say sexually?
Yes, I did. Shut up.
Okay.
About 9 months later, you were born.
So one of two Swedish gentlemen are
Oh, I just freed myself from the wormhole.
Did you kill Hitler this time?
I think I did. I at least pushed him hard.
Well, that's good.
Was ist aus? Who is this man?
Adolf?
Ja.
Look over there.
What is it?
Something your mother never told you.
Yeah.
Years ago, it was a dark and sweaty time.
No, she just told
I said
While I was in the wormhole.
Dad, honestly, the amount of time you're in wormholes is more time than you're actually home.
It's because of your mother and her lack of loving science. I had to love science for both of us. Now I'm constantly getting trapped in a wormhole or going into some nebula cloud.
Hey, welcome to the Nebular Cloud. A table for one.
Yeah, please. I would like something near the end of the solar system.
So does everyone.
A couple of minutes ago, I pushed Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I bet it's going to be in the history books now.
I hope so.
Excuse me, I have a reservation.
Anyways, that's the whole truth. Your father is one of two sweaty, moist... Was it Swede?
Swedes.
Hey, all of a sudden I'm growing a heart and realize that I'm attached to you. And I was wondering, maybe you could use your time travel to go back in time and stop Mom from falling on those two Swedes and let her fall on you. And by you, I
That's
mean
so
your
crazy.
penis.
I've never thought of using my time travel for good. I usually just use it just by half a chance. I'll do it. I'll go in that wormhole and stop her from falling on the Swedes and let her fall on me.
But will I do it?
Baby.
That was the happiest moment of my life. Falling in a towel. In a grimy hallway. With pictures of dudes on Maseratis on the walls.
But baby, don't you understand? The dudes in Maseratis will still be there. It'll still be that same happy time.
But I'll miss the Swedes. I'll miss them.
Or will you?
Oh, splash. Fix what ails me.
I am Swedish. You should come back to my room with my brother.
Oh, hello, I'm Swedish too.
How dare you both? How dare you flirt? Oh, my ankle! My towel!
Fall this way! Boink! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Na-na-na boo-boo, sweets! Na-na-na boo-boo!
You did it.
We did it.
Actually, you didn't. You had sex with the air, and now I'm fading away.
One more chance. If I could just have one more chance to go back in time.
Hello, we're Swedish. Fix with us, you flirts. Oh, my ankle!
Oh, I hope I didn't screw the air that time.
Well, I'm pinching myself, and I'm still here. So I guess it works. Or you just had sex with the Swedes again.
I'm not complaining. Let's get some jam.
Daughter, I've come to realize it doesn't matter if I'm your actual father or if I'm the father of these air molecules around us. What's important is we're a family. We're a sarcastic, misshaped family.
Yeah. Why don't we go find that sad employee and pick on him more?
Oh, let's poke
do
it.
it.
Make your way through the mist.
What a chilling tale. Will the world ever be the same? The time-traveling air fucker who once pushed Hitler? I know all, but am forbidden to tell. It's just one of the many things that can happen at a place called Knott's Scary Farm. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Courtney, Colleen Smith, Grant-Lee Phillips. Colleen!
Yes.
Where can people find you online? What do you want to tell them about?
Okay, so you can find me online at Twitter at Colleen Smith, COLLENSMI. And for the future people, I apologize, but for the present people, I'm doing a show at the Groundlings called The Knott. It's a post-apocalyptic, like caged heat, prison lady grindhouse play. It's 45 minutes. It's Monday the 4th, Monday the 18th, and Monday the 25th. I have flyers if you come outside.
Yeah!
You.
We'll be outside after the show. Come and say hello.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ladies fighting and dance sequences and stuff like that.
It's the two things ladies love to do.
Yeah.
I'm going Monday night.
Yeah, Paul will be there.
Gary, where can people find you online?
Online at Gary A. Williams. That's my Twitter handle. And if you want to see me live, I'm here at Largo the last Saturday of every month with the black version.
That's right.
Yeah.
Such a good show. Such a good show. Stephanie Courtney.
I forgot to write my Twitter handle on my hand because I'm old and lame, but...
Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah.
It's Steph Courts.
Use it. And I do a show every Wednesday night at the Groundlings. These lovely people have done it and do it a lot, and we'll get you in there. And and all of you, I swear. And it's called The Crazy Uncle Joe Show, 8 o'clock, Groundlings, Wednesday nights.
There we go. Grant-Lee Phillips, where may people find you if they wish to do so?
Well, you'll find me at grantleephillips.com. You'll also find me in Europe in 2 weeks from now.
Oh.
Traveling, touring, yes it is.
There we go. How about, where are you going to be in June, do you know?
What's that?
Where are you going to be in June, do you know?
Where am I going to be in June?
Yeah.
I don't have, well, I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado on June 4th.
There you go, guys. I think this comes out that day. Hey, maybe it's not sold out. Maybe there's some extra tickets. Look online. People are like, I had tickets for Grant-Lee Phillips. Now I can't go because my stupid baby got born. And then they're looking to unload a ticket. And Grant, you are also participating in the Gilmore Girls reunion? I don't know what to call it. Yeah. Remember, Grant was one of the troubadours at Stars Hollow, and you have shot some stuff for that, and we look forward to seeing that again. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eban Schletter. You may find him at ebanschletter.com, Eban Schletter on Twitter, Instagram, all the usual places. You should seek out Eban's work online and buy it for yourself because Eban Schletter is only the best. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to everyone here at Largo. Please do spread the word about these shows because they're a lot of fun and we would like to keep doing them. I think that's it. New episodes of this show every Monday from Earwolf. Thank you all so much for being here. I think that's it. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti.
Cry, baby, cry.
Hi, I'm Sarah Thayer. And I'm Susan Orlean. And nothing makes us happier than hearing what makes people cry. On our show, Cry Babies, we talk to comedians, musicians, writers, and other awesome people about what makes them cry. And sometimes we cry too. But it's the good kind of crying, therapeutic. Yeah. Like when Drew Droege told us why he loves Dead Poets Society.
When it came out, I loved English. I wanted to be an English teacher. I was obsessed with that whole world, and boys' boarding school. I thought that just looked so amazing. Also, like Robert Sean Leonard was like an actor, and and I just thought that was such a fabulous thing to be.
So listen to Crybabies. Find us on Earwolf, Howl, iTunes, or your favorite podcast app.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Aukerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.